guys, it's Xëna. I am a music producer, and today I'm going to be showing you this one track I made called Await You. I finished it like 20 minutes ago, and I'm super excited, and it's going to be on my EP Futuristica, which you guys should totally check out when it's all finished. I'll have the link down below. So, I'm using Ableton. I know in the past I've done my tutorials in FL Studio. I am not neglecting FL Studio, guys. I still love it, even though I don't use it anymore. I'm still going to teach you guys in FL Studio because I know the majority of you guys use FL Studio, and most of the people that are subscribed to me use it, so I'm not leaving you guys, okay? So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. So today I wanted to show you guys this one track that I've been working on. Basically, it's really crazy, so I'm going to play it through, and then I'm going to go through it with you guys on like how I started it and just like little things that I do here and there. I use Serum. Serum is my VST plugin of choice. I make all my sounds in there, and I also do some resampling, which I'll explain to you guys in a little bit. But yeah, I'm just going to make this kind of quick tutorial on how I made this really awesome song that is called Await You, and the link is down below on where you can listen to it. So here is the track.
It's the notion that something can happen to anyone.
Another thing I forgot to mention is that this track is not fully mixed and mastered yet. I literally just finished everything right now. So if it sounds like distorted or like if it sounds kind of whack, it's because it's not really fully finished. So anyways.
It's the notion that something can happen to anyone. Silence awaits you in a bitter heart of darkness. In a bitter heart of darkness. Silence awaits you. You're lost again. So fucking what? Life, there is a rhythm. They pretend to love you. A heartbeat starts out like a
So you guys get the gist of this song. I don't need to continue playing it. So we're going to start off with the introduction. So this sound right here I created in Serum. It was really easy. It's actually a preset that comes with Serum that you guys can make yourself. It's called PR Dirty Kick right here. And what I did is I just increased the unison, and I took off oscillation beat, and I put on a filter, and the lower octaves you play, you get this really dirty, fucking grimy sound, which is fucking dope. And just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna create it right now from scratch. I mean, well, not technically from scratch, it's from a preset. That's actually what I like to do a lot, is I'll take a preset and then I'll fuck around with the preset and then make my own sound, because like, if you're just using presets all the time, it's like not that super original, because someone else can get that preset, but you need to like tweak the preset around. You need to change it and make it your own, you know? Anyways, so here is the preset I was telling you guys about, the PR Dirty Kick. So take off oscillation beat, increase the unison. See, it was that easy. You can already hear that great grimy sound that I was telling you about. And of course I did other little things too to make it a little different, but that was like the beginning of it. So yeah, that's what I do here.
It's the notion.
And then I've of course had those really cool dubstep vocals. Not dubstep vocals. These are kind of like video game vocals.
It's the notion that something can happen to anyone.
I like to use Oil Barrel. This is one of the reverbs, the stock reverbs that come in Ableton. And then I used CSR Hall, which is one of my favorite reverb plugins. I like to bring the high frequency and the high dampness down. I like to bring the diffusion down a little bit, and then I keep the mix around 50%. That's usually what I like to do with my reverbs. And then of course,
silence awaits you in a bitter heart of darkness.
Yeah, this is definitely a song that would be great for a video game. In fact, if you guys know anyone that is making a video game, or like needs music for a video game, like hit me up.
Silence awaits you in a bitter heart of darkness.
So this part right here is interesting. I made this sound actually, and we're gonna open up Serum here. First I have to unfreeze this. Usually what I do is I resample MIDI into audio because it's less CPU on my computer. So what I did is I increased the slope of the frequency, so as it went up it just made this crazy sound. And then what I also did is I pitched it up, I transposed it. So this is the main melody. And then what I did is I kind of cut it out so that the sound that I made earlier could come in. And then here what I did is, this is actually a sound that I made in Serum and resampled, but I deleted the Serum, I know where it is. And then I just stretched it out, and this is something that a lot of dubstep people are doing, is you're sampling into audio and then stretching the fuck out of the sound and then finding like the sweet spot and then chopping that up. Or like sometimes all I'll do is instead of stretching it out, if you click right here, like it makes it a lot faster. Here is my subs. They're nice and a little bit distorted, just a little bit of crunch to it, so it sounds good. And I use Serum, sometimes I use Operator, but I use this one sound, and what I did is I took out all the oscillations and just had sub and then direct out. Sometimes what I like to do is take out a little bit of the low end, and I like to increase the Q right here. It just kind of gives a little bite to the sound. I actually do this with a lot of my synths. I like to do this little notch right here. It's like a thing that I like to do. It just accentuates the sound. It makes it sound better for some weird reason. So I did that, and then in terms of what I put on it, I just I sidechained the kick to it. Sidechaining is very important because you don't want to have your kick and your bass just like fucking fighting each other. You want the kick to have room. So basically with sidechaining, it's taking out from the bass. It's like ducking so that the kick can have room. That's what sidechaining is. In fact, I have to do a tutorial in FL Studio on how to do that. But anyways, so I did it here in Ableton. I did a simple sidechain. I put the EQ, I enabled EQ, and I did this, which is a low pass filter. And so yeah, I sidechained it. I added erosion. Erosion is a really fun plugin. What that does is it adds different frequencies and tonal qualities to the sound, and you can automate that. So for example, if you go here to erosion, to the amount, you can see where I used it. So here, so see when I have it enabled, it makes it adds noise to it, but it sounds really cool. I was at a dubstep concert and I heard a lot of people using that. So usually they use the sine one. That one's also really cool, but for some reason I decided to use the noise one. So that's like a fun little trick you can do. Tremolo basically changes the movement of it. So if we go here to tremolo, I used it here. So yeah, I made it kind of slow down a little bit. So it's basically what you're doing is it's like you're being thrown a salad, okay? And you have no dressing, and you have to make the salad interesting, right? So like you're gonna go into your pantry, you're gonna find like different spices like cumin, coriander. You're gonna find maybe some balsamic vinegar and oil, and you're gonna basically you're adding all these ingredients to the salad to make it interesting. This is what I'm doing. This is why I'm doing all these little nitpicky things where I'm putting some tremolo here. I'm doing a little bit of erosion here. So little things like that, automating frequencies, stuff like that. When someone's in the club listening to your song, they're gonna hear it, and it's just like a nice like little touch. Like it just makes it more unique. So that's what I'm always doing, is trying to catch people's attention, right? Trying to be unique and creative. Okay, so let me show you my favorite part. It's this sound right here. This made the song. And when I was doing the when I was playing, I actually don't use a MIDI board because my MIDI board is like broken, so I use my keyboard because I'm a G. And I made this by accident. I'm not going to tell you how, I just did, and it turned out fucking amazing. So I decided to introduce it into, so this is the breakdown right here. And I introduced this melody line, and you can see right here, if I go to Xëna and then filter it off, you can see how I'm slowly bringing it in and then kind of building it more, and then bam, when it drops back into the drop here, it's fully loaded. Okay, so listen to this. Oops.
In all of life there is a rhythm. They pretend to love you. Our heartbeat starts out like a
So yeah, I build it up. I have like the same similar drop as I did before, but this time I have this. So that's why I added in this cool melody, because and when I introduce it, it's very light because the frequencies are down. And I slowly introduce it, and then people are like in the club like, what the fuck's going on? You know, it's little things like that that matter. So what I do for this drop that's different than obviously the first one is I have this really cool melody going on here. And of course I had to add my Xëna tag. And it drops. And also, like, I always do little fun things where I take out, like here I took out the subs when it dropped, and then I did a high pass filter right here, which was easy. I used auto filter, and I just changed usually auto filter automatically is like this, but I just changed it to that, and I automated the frequency. Also for these vocals, what I did is because I wanted them to sound like evil and grimy, I used grain delay, and basically you just move this little dot around and like it changes the sound, makes it sound like way different. And without it,
so fucking what?
See, it sounds cooler, it's different. This is one of my favorite sounds, this one right here. Yeah. And then sometimes so whenever I bring that in, I obviously have to take out the sub because you don't want to have two subs on top of each other. Duh, that creates phasing and a bunch of bullshit. So that's another thing that I'm doing more with music, is like pulling things in and out. It's like everything has to breathe and be cohesive. So I'm taking out something, putting something there. You know, it's all about making it interesting. So another thing that I'm doing here with this cool melody that I made is automating the reverb. Now, reverb, you have to be very careful with people, because if you put too much reverb, it's gonna be way too, like, just like everything is gonna sound like a mess. So you have to be careful with that. I didn't go too crazy with the reverb. I automated it just a little bit right here. So I made it sound really big, and then I brought it back down right here. I still have a lot more to do on this track. Thinking about it, just a lot of like, what is that sound? The fuck? Where's that coming from? Oh, I think I know where that's coming from. It's coming from here. I did this thing where I automated the reverb. Like, I took the reverb and added a tremolo effect on the reverb, for example. Like, that's the tremolo. So again, I was doing that on the bass. And then I decided to do it on the reverb on this growl sound. So see, being creative and doing things like that people don't think of is what makes your music different. So that's actually, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff I could go over on this track. I mean, I have my kick, my snares, I have my hi-hats. My hi-hats, what I like to do is put it in simpler or sampler or whatever, and then I put an ARP in front of it, and then I just automate the rate. So that's like one easy way that you can do your hi-hats instead of like using the audio like how I did here with the open hat. So yeah, and then what else did I do? I mean, honestly, if you think about it, this track is really simple. It's when you're listening to it, it sounds like a lot, but it's really not a lot if you think about it. But if you guys are interested in the song, just or you have any questions, please email me or DM me on Instagram. I'm really active on Instagram. I answer everybody, so totally check me out on there. So yeah, this is going to be on my EP Futuristica, which is a really fun EP I'm doing that just has a bunch of EDM tracks that I'm making. And yeah, so I'll have the link to that too in this video when that's all done. So I got a lot of stuff I'm working on, guys. I'm going to try to finish these songs for you guys, and I'm going to post them so y'all can listen to it. And I'm going to be back with more videos, and hopefully you found this kind of interesting. Even though this is a pretty shitty tutorial, I'm not going to lie, but I need to have some content on my YouTube, and people want to see me for some reason. So I love you guys. I hope you have a great night. Support me, buy my beats, buy my music on Bandcamp so I can buy a camera, guys, so you can actually see my face. So yeah, have a great night, guys. I love you, and talk to you soon. We'll be right back.